Hi, I'm Connie Townsend, group fitness instructor and personal trainer, and I'm here with my volunteers. We have Judy, we have Debbie, we have Mona, and we have Shanley, and we are going to do a workout today that you can do from home. Now, the theme for this one, even though we're going to be doing some regular exercising, later on we're going to be doing some strength exercises that get us ready for working in the yard. So, we'll be doing some shoveling, and we'll be doing some raking, and we'll be doing some lifting. So get ready for that. We will need 2 weights later on. So maybe a set of dumbbells or 2 cans of soup or something like that. But right now, we will just warm it up with getting the body going. We're going to progressively warm up. Oops. There we go. Okay, so we're doing these videos on behalf of the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center. We want to thank them for bringing these to you. And we're at the Wenatchee Racket and Athletic Club today. They've graciously allowed us to use their building for these. Let's go a little wider. Now, if we're ever doing anything that you just can't do very well or you don't want to do, you just go back to a regular march. All right, we're going to come to a stop for a moment. Let's inhale, get tall. Exhale. Up and down. Lengthening the spine. Start reaching out through the fingertips. Getting those arms longer. Exhale. One more. And back to the march. Bring your feet back in. Step touch. Now don't come forward with this one. Keep your shoulders back. Keep your navel drawn in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Now we're going to bend at the knee, bring the heel up in back. So it's a hamstring curl. Be sure to bring that heel to your center though. Okay, don't let it go out to the side. That'll hurt your knees. In 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to stay here. We're going to go into a grapevine. It's a step, cross, step together. We do grapevines quite a bit. Be sure you always step out first, though. In 4, 3, 2. Now it's a V step. Wide feet, narrow feet. So your feet are making a V shape on the floor. They're wide, they're narrow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Four, 3, 2. Same thing, a V, but we're going to change leads. So a V step is a good way for us to go from one lead to the next. Okay. In 4, 3, 2. Let's just march on that foot now, leading. Now take your arms, straighten them out, and swing up, down. Inhale, exhale. Try to make them a little bit bigger of a swing every time. Up, down. One more. March it. In 4, 3, step touch. Four, 3, heels up in back. There's that hamstring curl. 4, 3, 2. Okay, remember we went into the grapevine here. Step, cross, step together. Get the feet going. Then you can, I don't know, pump the arms or do something with those. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, in 4, 3, 2. Into that V step. Remember this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 2 more. 1 more. Now switch leads. There you go. Back to where we started. And let's just step touch here. Okay, let's come to a stop. Your feet are kind of wide. And let's reach up and out. Now hold on a sec. Push through the fingers, pull back. Stretching the front of the body, opening up all those chest and shoulder muscles. And tuck, and reach forward now, round that back. And then back. Now one arm goes up, one arm goes down. And then switch. Now both up. All right, we're warmed up. Now we're going to continue with that pattern and keep the heart rate up for the next section. Get some water. All right, we're gonna keep moving. So, remember that pattern we just warmed up with? We're gonna be using that now. So always start with a march. And then if you get confused or you don't like the step we're doing, always go back to the march. Never come to a stop. Keep moving. 4, 3, step touch. So we've done all this before. Now that we've warmed up, you can start making movements bigger if you need to get the heart rate up. Or if your heart rate's getting up too high, you can always make smaller movements. Bring your arms down more. Shoulders back. Heels up and back. Remember to bring them to your center. And your knees just stay put. You're bending at the knees, bringing the heel back. 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna stay with the hamstring curls, going forward. Same thing, going back. Again. And back. Woo. One more time, forward. And back, 4, 3. Now into that grapevine. Step, cross, step, together. You watch your feet. Make sure they don't get all tangled. Okay, counting down. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, and remember what's next is a V step. Wide, narrow. Okay, now we're going to add on in the pattern. I'm going to do what we call a wide mambo cha-cha. So we've done mambo cha-chas before, where we do one mambo and then a 1, 2, 3 count and then change feet. We're going to do a wide one this time. So slow motion. Ready? Here we go. It's a mambo. 1, oops, wrong foot. Mambo. 1, 2, 3. So, faster, it's easier. When we slow it down, it's harder to think about, but 1, 2, and 1, 2. Okay, let's try it faster. Looks like this. Mambo. One, two, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's a quick cha-cha-cha. You got it. Now point that toe towards the corner. Point. You're doing it. Okay. 4, 3, going fast. 2, 1 more. Now same thing but face front. Mambo, cha-cha-cha. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2. March it. We're on the other leg now. Nice and tall. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4. Step touch. Let's get on the beat. There we go. Always makes it easier when we have a beat to follow. So, music is kind of important. Okay. In 4, 3, 2. Heels up and back, hamstring curl. Stay upright, shoulders are back, don't lean forward. Let's take it forward. And back. Forward. And back. Anybody have room back there? One more, forward. Back. And into the grapevine. Step, cross, step together. Count down. 4, 3, 2, into that V step. Now remember, with cardiovascular exercise, you want to kind of choose your level that you want to work. So you can keep it really low impact, low intensity, or you can make it much bigger, get more out of it. It just really depends on you. Okay, let's try that side mambo, wide mambo, cha-cha. Mambo, mambo, mambo. 1, 2, 3. We're kind of using our leg muscles there. One more. Same thing, but make it front, forward. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. In 4, 3, 2. Let's walk it forward and back. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. So we add it on. So it's just a 1, 2, 3 tap. All right. Now start bringing it a little lower, a little smaller. Keep moving around the room. Okay, we're gonna do some gardening. Now, grab some weights. Like I say, we're using dumbbells, but you can use anything that's of equal weight, 2 rocks, doesn't matter, something you can grip. We're only using just small weights right now, 2 and 3 pound, but you can adjust your weight heavier if you need more, or even lighter if you need less. We're gonna start with a deadlift. Now, how many times do you get down in the garden and kind of weed this way? Well, we want the back of our legs, our glutes, and our low back to be strong by doing that. I'm going to start by showing you sideways. You guys can stay put. Okay, our feet are wide. We're gonna hang those weights in front of us. Shoulder blades pulled back together. We're gonna hinge from the hip, come down a little ways, not very far, and then contracting the back of the legs to get up. So it's never this. Don't let your back round. Deadlifts are a very good exercise, but we have to do them right. So let's pull those shoulder blades together back there. Chin stays up a little. Now hinge from here. You want to come forward and then come back up like you're just pulling those weights up your legs. In fact, if that helps at all, you can, bring your weights up your legs. Now, you might have different hamstring flexibility, so perhaps you can't come down very far. That's okay. You're sticking that bottom out behind and then pushing through the heels to get back up. Now, never let those shoulders relax and come forward, okay? We don't want to do this. We want to always keep those shoulder blades squeezing behind you. Now you're using your core a lot here. So draw the navel toward the spine. One more. All right. Now we're going to put those weights together and just hold them both in one hand, in both hands. This is a front-loaded squat. So many times you're going to have to get down and perhaps pick something up, holding it close to you, standing back up. So it's just a plain squat. You know the drill with those. Feet a little wide. You're just sitting and standing. Now we're holding that weight at the top of our body in close. That's always the safest way to carry something, is in close to the body. You're pushing through the heels to get back up. So this is way different than a deadlift in that we are sitting, we're bending the knees. Okay? Now what if you had to carry something a little further out? Pull it out, bring it out from the body a little bit. Woo, makes it a lot harder. Now you're really using your back muscles, your shoulders, your arms. It's tough. 3, 2, and let everything rest. Woo. So, weeding. Quite often we're in a squat, we're down low, right? So, we're going back into that squat, but we have to hold. Belly button pulled in, shoulders back. We're going to pull those weeds. It's just a row, a bent row. We've done these many times, but you're developing endurance in those legs. by staying in a squatted position. Now just really squeeze those shoulder blades together. Puff the chest out. Throw those shoulders back. Woo! 4, 3, elbows are in close to the body. And then slowly back up. Shake them out. So we're back to the squats again. But sometime we actually maybe have to carry our bags of, I don't know, bark chips on our shoulders. Maybe. So we're gonna load our body from the top. Now you can just keep the weights in your hands and keep them near your shoulders. Or if you don't mind it, if it's okay and comfortable, you can actually load the body on those shoulders. Okay, let's squat. So where we hold the weight will totally change the kind of work we're doing. When the weight was out in front, that activated a lot of the upper body, the core. When it's up toward the top of the body, changes things altogether. Now, take them in your hands. Let's see if we can lift them a little bit. They don't have to be totally straight. Just keep them bent a little, right on top of the shoulders though. Don't let them wander forward. Boy, did we make it harder. 2 more. You got it. 1 more. Woo! And carefully bring them back down. Okay. So we kind of are going up and down here, alternating movements, give our body a rest. We're gonna go back down into a holding squat and then alternate a row. So before we brought both hands back, this one we're going to alternate, but we're going to add a rotation. So it's rotating as we pull. All right, we need some gravity to pull against though. Let's come into our squat. Kind of hang them a little diagonal out from the body. We're gonna pull back and turn, release. Pull back and turn, release. So all of these bent row exercises are really developing a lot of endurance in your legs because you're holding a squat. We're working on our back muscles. Pull. And 1 more. Okay, back up. Whew. So that kind of mimicked some of the movements that we do out in the yard. They're actual functional movements that we're doing. Let's just finish up with some basic squats, hanging our arms, shoulders back, chin level, and down. So these are low squats instead of a front loaded or a top loaded. All right, so just do several more of these and go get some water, and then we'll get moving. Okay, we're gonna move now. So remember that cardio pattern we were doing earlier? Same thing. Okay, we're nice and tall, shoulders back. 4, 3, step touch. Now, if this isn't enough for you, you can always get a little lower maybe. Use those legs more. Get those arms swinging. Or keep them low. So it's up to you. 4, 3, heels up and back. Hamstring curl. In 4, 3, 2, Stay with the hamstring. Let's go forward. 4, 3, 2. Come on back. Watch your footing. Forward. Back. Forward. And back in 4, 3. Grapevine. Step, cross, step together. One more, coming back. V-step. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, I'm gonna throw a little something in here. In 4, 3, 2. Now same thing, V-step, other leg. 4, 3, 2. Switch back, V. So we're kind of alternating lead legs. One more. And switch. 4, 3, 2. Okay, switch. We're only doing 2. V-step. One more. Now switch. V-step. V-step. Now switch. V-step. V-step. And switch. 2 of them. One more. And 2. And 2. All right, now singles. 1, then other one. Switching every one. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's tricky. The brain has to really think. Exercise is good for the brain as well as the body. Okay, let's march it. Now, we're switching leads. I know I kind of threw that little kink into things. We'll get back on track in a sec. Remember after the V-step, we did those wide mambo cha-chas. Let's do that here. Mambo, cha-cha-cha, mambo. One more each, wide. Now just bring it front. 1, 2, 3, mambo, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and one more. Let's end up back here where we started, or started most recently, started. And actually, we're gonna start on this lead over here. Let's go forward and back. So remember how we kind of added those in at the end of the last cardio section. So that's what we're gonna end with. Okay, in 4, 3, 2. Now we're gonna do the whole pattern over. Step, touch. 4, 3, heels up and back. 4, 3, take it forward with these. Heels up and back. 4, 3, 2. One more time. Heels, heel, 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 and go back. Then into that grapevine. Step, cross, step together. Four, 3, 2, and into that V-step. Now we're just gonna stay on this foot this time. No tricky things. In 4, 3, 2, make it a wide mambo cha-cha. Mambo, cha-cha-cha, mambo. Three, 2, one more. Now mambo cha-cha forward. Cha-cha-cha, mambo, cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 3, 2, walk it forward and back. You can run it if you want. Make it bouncy or just keep it low impact. So it really doesn't matter what we're doing. As long as we can keep that heart rate up for a bit, you're building endurance, you're burning fat, building your conditioning. Start making it smaller, smaller steps. Gradually bringing the heart rate back down. All right, go get some water. Keep moving. Okay, we're gonna slow it down again and work our muscles. Now in the yard work involves a lot of movements that use both upper and lower body. And so we're gonna do some exercises that kind of strengthen that full body movement that we often use doing household chores or working in the yard. So we're gonna start with our feet pretty wide, toes turned out a little bit. I'll start us with a wood chop. Now we're not gonna chop from down, up to down like we would with an axe. We're going to actually reverse it because we need to pull against gravity. So we're gonna start by turning, weight at the hip, and we're just gonna swing up. Okay, so that's a wood chop. We're just swinging. So we're turning our upper body from wall to wall. Lower body stays put. Okay, so that's a wood chop, but we're not going to do just the wood chop. We're gonna make it bigger. It's called a hay baler. So I guess we're baling hay here. All right, when you come this way, let's bend that leg. Let's get lower. Pick that bale up from the ground and swing it up. So you're getting low and up. So all of a sudden now it's a lower body movement as well as an upper body movement. Feet are very wide. Swinging, rotating. We're using everything in the legs, the core, the upper body. And one more time. Woo! Okay. Now we'll get to the other side in a minute, but first, let's just turn that foot out. And it doesn't really matter what the other foot's doing. We're gonna get comfortable. We're gonna bend that one, maybe lean against that leg. Shoulders are back. We're gonna do some lawnmower pulls. So mowing the lawn now. We're gonna grab the handle, pull the elbow back as we stand up. Okay, so you're pulling that cord to start the lawnmower. Now the elbow stays pretty close to the body. Unless you're using pretty low weight. Then you can kind of swing a little wider maybe, but just for the health of the shoulder, keeping it safe, keep that elbow in close. So we're low, and then pull. We bend and straighten. Really kind of feel that shoulder blade muscle squeezing back there. One more. Okay. Now, let's go to the other side. Make sure we can get both Both done. So feet are wide. Now, where did we start? We started on this hip and swung up, or the other way? I think we were, okay. I think we need to swing that way, right? So, okay, we're gonna go over here. Exercise is not a perfect science. So we face that wall. Now we're not going to bend our knee here. We're gonna stay tall. We're just gonna swing up and down. So it's like your arms are making just an arc. They're pretty straight, swinging up. Okay, so this next one, let's bend that knee, get a little bit lower and up. So we're just bending that one, really, that one knee. Get low and up. So it's the same motion, we're just making it bigger, making it more of a lower body, upper body combination. It really mimics a lot of the movements we do in the yard. Okay, one more. Woo. Now, turn that toe out. Kind of widen out the feet. You want to be pretty wide here. Let's just bend that leg, lean into it, back stay straight. Okay, grab a hold of that handle and pull up as you stand up. So it's a bent leg, straight leg. You're pulling back and around. Woo. So this is a good one to get that rotation of the torso in there. So you're working all the muscles around that middle. Okay, one more. So depending on how heavy of a weight you're using, those might be really, really challenging. Or if you're using a lighter weight, just do more of them and you're building your muscle endurance. Okay, we're gonna do some shoveling. So we're gonna just kind of step forward with one foot. Because you know how you do it in the yard. You're kind of putting your body weight into that front leg to get that scoop of dirt. Let's just hold it in both hands. We're gonna scoop up and we're gonna throw it. So we're scooping, throwing, scooping, and it's a little rotation at the top of that. It's like you're throwing it up over that pile you've already made. Push and swing up. Bring it in. Push and up. Bring it in. Push, up. You feel that in the hips over here. Push and up and bring it in. Okay, so let's shovel the other way. Now that's the trick. In our household chores and in our yard chores, we typically just rake, shovel, or sweep one arm dominant, right? So let's try the other arm. We're gonna have to practice, get both sides equally strong. So all we did was kind of push down, get that dirt up and fling it. Push, fling, push, and lift and throw it. Push. So you can feel how this is a full body motion. You're getting your legs, you're getting your arms, your back, your chest, shoulders. Now especially you can feel that around your middle. Up and around. Woo! And bring it in. Okay. So those are some examples of your movements that you do in your own household duties. And if we just keep strengthening those muscles that are involved, pretty soon you can last all day out in the yard. Okay, we're gonna finish off with the weight. So we're gonna start with a couple more movements for yard work. and then we'll stretch using our weight. So we're going to do some raking first. 1 foot forward. Now remember with the shovel, it was a pushing motion and a lifting motion, and a rake, of course, is a pulling motion using our back muscles. We're using that front leg, we're getting low, we're going to get that pile of leaves and then pull it. So it's kind of like doing the lawnmower pull. Same sort of lunging motion, same sort of pulling motion. But kind of further out in front. So the more used to the movement you get, the higher you can go. That adds more challenge. So more in front of you than on the ground. Pull. Now, since we're double-handed with this weight, let's pull it a little further out. Make it a bigger loop. Pull. So we're not as close into the body. Makes it harder. You can feel that in your arms, your shoulders, your chest, your back, your core. 1 more. Okay, so we're gonna get back, or do the other side in a moment. But first, let's square up those feet. Now, a lot of your weeding is in that squatted position. We've already done some of those squats and rows and things. We're going to just come down. You can even rest on your legs if you need to at times. Try not to. Do a few without. Pull the navel in, shoulders back. We're just going to hold that weight out front. Simple exercise, but gets to be pretty hard after a while. Okay. Now let's do some weeding. Pull those elbows together behind. Squeeze. Squeeze. Whew. Legs are building endurance. You can feel it. 1 more. And then slowly up. Got 1 more thing in that position first before we go to our raking on the other side. Okay, come down. Gonna do little pulses, like we're trying to bring our arm to our leg and then back up. Down, up, down, up. Push through the heels. Because you know there's a lot of down and up out in the yard. Even doing laundry, getting down into that dryer to get your clothes out. 4, 3, 2, up. Woo. Legs are burning. All right, let's put that other one forward. Now remember, it's a pulling motion. We're not pushing like we did with the shovel. We're just gonna get low and pull around. Keep it close first. Now as you're standing back up, you're kind of pushing through this heel down here. Okay, if you can and want to, you can bring it further out. Normally when you rake for real, you're keeping that rake in close to the body. But this is at least a good way to increase the challenge a little bit by keeping that weight out a little from the body. We're pulling. Whew. How about 1 more? And bring those legs back into alignment there. So, we're gonna use our weight to stretch. First, we're gonna come back down, just rest on your legs. Just hold that weight in there. We're not gonna do anything with it quite yet. Now, straighten those legs. It's our typical stretch for our hamstring that we often use. And bend. And stretch. And bend. And then straighten. All right, bend. Let's tuck the chin a little, round the back, come on up. I'm gonna hang that weight, tuck the chin, let the weight pull the shoulders forward. Now you only came down just a couple of inches, so you don't want to come down so far that you're straining that low back. But you want to get that upper back to really feel that stretch. And then raise. We're going to pass this weight around the body. So bring it out a little from the body. We're going to just try to grab it behind and pass it around. So this is a good stretch for the shoulders, but it's also a great strengthener for those 4 muscles around your shoulder blades, the rotator cuff complex that we hear so much about. So it's a great strengthener for those little bitty stabilizers back there. Okay, we're gonna switch direction. Try to keep it out from the body, especially behind. That's where your flexibility is a lot less, and so be careful with it. And we're going to end up with it behind us. So kind of grab the other end, hang it. Now let the weight pull those shoulders back and down. Okay, we're going to tilt the head forward, stretching the back of the neck. And then back up. In this same position, let's turn and look over the shoulder. And then around to the other side. Back to center. We're going to bring it up to the low back. Elbows are out. And let's pull those elbows together behind you. And then release. Carefully bring them forward. And just hold one end in each hand. Let's go up and inhale, pull back. All right, I want to thank my volunteers again for being good sports and doing their yard work with me. And we want to thank the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center for bringing you these videos. And the Wenatchee Racquet and Athletic Club for letting us use their building for these. You have a great day, and we'll see you again.